What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list, so you know how good it is. I'm your host Tucker. In this episode, we're going to wrap up our short return to Malt O Meal with Blueberry Muffin Toasters. Previously, we did do just Cinnamon Toasters, which is Malt O Meal's take on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and that got a D, lower than the C-ranked Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And one of the things I remember, I think, is that they sort of just melted a bit more than Cinnamon Toast Crunch does. So that was a bit of a letdown. And we've done a few other Cinnamon Toast Crunches, like Chocolate Toast Crunch, French Toast Crunch, all sorts of different Toast Crunches. But we've not done a Blueberry Toast Crunch. So this sort of will stand on its own without having to be directly compared to a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So that might be good for it. But we have done other blueberry flavored things before, and those often sort of get around a D, maybe a bit lower, besides recently the Great Grains Blueberry Morning, but that was actual blueberries, and I'm 99% positive that's not in here. Let's just open it up and find out. Please don't tear it this time. Okay, we're safe. Well, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oh. These are much like whiter than I thought. Pale. I think that's a better way. They're much paler. You can definitely smell the blueberry though. That's good. Good sign. I feel like that's standing way better than it was before. That's good. But yeah, so paler pieces than that looks like. Just very sort of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, sort of just rectangle with little bits of blueberry in there. So let's see how the taste is. Okay. Here we go. Okay. For some reason, I thought I'd get mostly just the peach flavor first, and then the blueberry. It started off very strong blueberry flavor, and I've sort of referenced this before with other blueberry flavors, but it's very much that sort of like mini blueberry muffin that you can like buy, like a small baked good sort of blueberry. This taste, it feels a bit like a lot of times I've referenced, and it's been like pretty close, and this is still pretty close, but it's like slightly its own thing from there, which not necessarily like good or bad, but slightly different than some of the other blueberries we've done. But seems okay. No blueberry morning, but it's okay. I keep being surprised by how much blueberry taste I'm getting, just because you sort of look at the pieces, like there's some blue dots on there, but very much not completely covered. So I keep thinking, oh, it's going to be there a bit, but then it's very strong and sort of the predominant taste you're getting. You're just sort of getting this kind of blueberry baked good sort of taste, and then just sort of the sweetness from the sugar and whatnot. So again, I think it's okay, but I think my like initial taste, I think I liked a bit more than sort of the subsequent ones I've had, but still okay. When I mentioned Cinnamon Toasters at the beginning, I referenced them getting soggier than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So I put in less milk in here, and I'm getting near the end, and there's still occasional sort of hidden pieces, but like a bit of crunch going on. So it makes me think I'm misremembering Cinnamon Toasters, because this is not crazy sogifying. Like it is sogifying, but not to a unbearable level. So maybe I'm misremembering there, but these ones at least, these toasters for sure, not as I'm gonna say melty again, as all of the other toast crunches have been. Okay, the bite I took right after saying that was very much sogified, but the next bite I took after that brought the crunch back. So we're all okay in the end, evened out. But it was just very unfortunate for me to say, yeah, these still got some crunch. Then I had a bite where there's no crunch present at all. Now let's see what taste we got in this bit of milk left over. Okay, so it is sort of similar blueberry taste, but I mentioned this last time with the apple zings, how the Malt O Meal ones, the flavor is like a bit more powdery. And I think that's the case here, where you're getting a lot more just sort of general sweetness than you are from the pieces. So I think that's sort of the powder melting into the milk again. So it's similar to the sort of blueberry taste you get with the pieces, but I think it is noticeably sweeter. Yeah, it seems to spike a bit more. Still all right. And again, I don't think I enjoy it as much as that first bite, but yeah, it looks all right. I think Blueberry Muffin turned out to be a very accurate description for these toasters. So I don't think this is one of my favorite blueberry cereals we've done. Like, obviously, I did not expect this to reach the same height as Blueberry Morning Great Grains, because, again, that was real blueberry. There's just blueberry taste. But even looking at some of the other blueberry flavored things we've done, this one is like way more inconsistent, because my enjoyment at the first bite, my enjoyment for the final few bites was definitely, like, it lessened as I went on, which I don't really remember happening with the other blueberry stuff. But I think that the blueberry flavor at the beginning I did like a bit more than some of the other like straight blueberry flavors. Then as I went in, this kind of dipped below some of those. So that was kind of a weird aspect to deal with. But I think it is probably one of the sweetest blueberry cereals we've done. So if that's your thing, here you go. So what I'm gonna do is give Blueberry Muffin Toasters a D. I don't think it's a low D or anything, but I would put it in like the bottom half of the Malt O Meals we've done so far. And I guess I don't remember Cinnamon Toaster as well, because this piece here actually like was pretty decent for what it was. So that was kind of a nice surprise that I wasn't expecting. Though again, not always the case. There were very much some just fully melted pieces in there, but the crunch lasted a bit longer than I thought. Maybe it's because I bought this at like closeout, so it's like closer to its best by date. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but even if that's the case, it like sort of works for me better that way. And again, the taste wise, totally fine for blueberry, but I don't think it's like a standout and would get to that C rank. So pretty much all signs point to D. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you tried Blueberry Muffin Toasters. When I picked this up, it was a closeout at multiple stores, so there's a chance by the time you see this, you won't be able to find it, but if you were able to find some, let me know what you thought. If you agree that Blueberry Muffin was a very accurate name for this one, you can let me know, but I have in the past compared other blueberry stuff to sort of a Blueberry Muffin flavor, so if you think one of those more accurately matched that flavor, you can let me know about that too. But until next time, stay delicious.